So next up we'll create a comment DTO because we don't want to send all of this data back with each individual comment. So inside our application project we'll create a new feature folder for comments, and inside here I'll create a new class and we'll just call this comment DTO. And inside here we'll have some of the properties from the comment, so I'll just copy the whole thing into my clipboard and just paste this into the comment DTO and just bring in system as well and just reformat. And we don't need the app user and activity, but what we do want to bring in here is a string for the username, because we're using our username to route to the user's profile, so we'll have a link in the comments area as well inside each chat that will take them to the user's profile, so we need the username for that. We'll use the display name to display the actual display name of the user, and we'll also send back the user's image as well, and that'll be a string of their main profile image. So we won't map these manually. We'll utilize AutoMapper to help us map from the author to these three additional properties. And what we'll do is inside our comments folder here we'll create another new class and we'll call this mapping profile, and inside here we want to derive from profile. And be careful here because we're using profiles in our application, so we want to select the one for AutoMapper. And inside here we want to generate a new constructor, and what we'll do is we'll just create a map inside here, and this is going to go from our comment to our comment DTO, and we'll need to bring in our domain for the comment. And let's just add the properties that we need to add here. Now the ID, the body, and the created app we don't need to worry about because AutoMapper is obviously smart enough to recognize that these are matching properties inside our comment DTO, but we do need to take care of these three properties: the username, the display name, and the image. So what we'll use is the for member again, and we'll say the destination is d.username, and the options we'll say o.mapFrom, and then the source we'll say s.app, or author in this case, .username. And I'll just copy this one down because the next property we want to map is the display name, and that's going to be author.displayname. And I'll just copy it down one more time, and in this one it's going to be our image, and this is going to map from the author.photos.firstOrDefault, and then in the expression we'll say x dot, and we'll need to bring in system.link, and it will be x dot is main.url. And then what we want to do is add our comment DTO to be returned with our activity DTO. So let's open up the activity DTO, and as well as all of the rest of this, we'll also send back our comments along with this. So we'll say prop iCollection, and we'll say comment DTO, and we'll call it comments, and we'll also need to bring in application.comments. So far very similar to what we've done before, and what we'll do next is equally similar because we'll create the create handler so that we can add new comments. So we've not touched Signal R yet, we're still doing everything as we would do before, and next up we'll create our handler.